'Cause I'm an albatross. I'm an albatross.
Hey, what is up? Just give me 2 seconds. I forgot to put the mic in position. Very professional of me. So apologies for the noises probably causing. Hey, what is up, guys? It is Dan here from Cyclops Gaming UK, and today we are back on a video. I think it's the first actual recorded video in quite a while actually. Been doing live streams over the past few days. A lot of the live streams haven't actually been completed due to the fact that I've been having a few technical difficulties with my computer. I've had these problems, these faults with my computer since about March. It's haven't been fixed. It's effort to actually get it fixed. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not heat. I've had new heat sinks on it. I don't know. It's not power supply. I know it's not cutting power to a certain component. Power supply's been tested, so the only thing it can be is board, GPU, or CPU. I don't want to be any. I just want it to be fixed. So yeah, I do apologise for the fact that the live streams haven't been going that well. Managed to do one full one properly. It did cut out halfway through though, so it was a two-parter originally. I rendered it as a actual full video in Sunny Vegas. It took about 4 hours, about 3 hours upload. It was not good. I don't know how well you can hear me. I can't really put the mic any closer because that is going to restrict mouse movement for me. Maybe about. I do apologise about this. Here, maybe. Proper mouse movement. Yeah, that should be okay. So yeah, today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator. Door's not shut. Give me 2 seconds. The reason this is a bother is because it is 1 in the morning here in the UK. At the time of recording this. My sister's asleep, and I believe my mum is also asleep. My dad's probably awake watching YouTube. So yeah, just got a thingy. I can't just stand up though because I'm not wearing any trousers. So off camera first. There we go. So yeah, as you can tell from the live streams too, we actually have face cam now. I think this is I believe this is the first recorded video that contains the facecam. I have tried to record them before. I tried to record Dead Rising 3, but whenever I tried, my computer just cut out on me. It seems to be when it's under quite a bit of load, CPU wise, so I'm being led towards CPU there. But we sort of managed doing something that requires graphics, like rendering videos or playing a game. So led towards GPU, but then I'm also led to the middle of motherboard. It's annoying, to be quite honest with you. So as you can tell, today we have different headphones. These headphones aren't new, I will say that. I've had these for about, I want to say 4 years, but I don't wear them because this padding here where your head goes, it's not very good, I'll say that. When you wear them for a long time, you start to get very staticky, and like you can feel the static on your head, and it really does. It's not a pain, but it tickles your head and it makes it unbearable to wear. So as you probably saw in the live streams, I just got a letter which I don't really care about, and just put it in between the padding and my head. You can't really see it, that's the thing. That's what makes it so cool. So yeah, this camera, by the way, is a Logitech C270. Is it C270 or is it C720? It might be a C720 actually. It's a C270, right, okay. So it's a 720p Logitech USB camera. It does the job, I'll say that. So how about we actually get into the video? I've just got these scenes wrong way around. Here we go. Click in there. There we go. Look. There is music in the background, but it's turned down to 10% volume because I don't know if the music is copyrighted or not. So because I like the music, it's there. But yeah, so we're going to be starting a new game today. Last time I was just messing around with it, and I modeled it and got myself quite a bit of money. I don't know if the face count was in a good place for this game. I will find out shortly once the game actually loads properly. But yeah, if you don't know what this game is, basically you are a mechanic, you get orders to fix people's cars, and you have to fix them, like changing pistons. You can buy cars from auctions that have already been destroyed, and you can repair the cars and do engine conversions and put like V8s and shit. And it's quite fun. I will say that it's quite fun. The DeLorean from Back to the Future is on here, so I do want to get that at some point as well. However, I can't do that until I can get 9,000 XP to unlock a parking garage. The game is not responding, by the way. There we go. To unlock a parking garage, and then I need 50,000 dollars to buy it, and then I can buy the car after it. So yeah, this is a tutorial. I'm going to skip the tutorial because I've already done it. So if you can hear that, hopefully you can. That was the phone. That is how we get orders. If we just go over here and go on this phone, we click it and it gives us a car. It tells us what the problem is. Sloppy car steering. So you can all have a guess at what that is if you're good mechanics or whatever. But you don't actually have to guess what the problem is. Sometimes you do. Sometimes there's jobs where the problem is unknown and you have to examine the car and find the faults. But if you actually go over to the car and press O, it tells you what needs changing. So the inner tie rod needs changing. It doesn't say which side needs changing, so it can be left or right inner tie rod. But that is what needs changing. So to actually fix it with the car, so you press M and move it to the lifter, which is right there. And obviously, then you lift the car up. That grill was quite nice. Not gonna lie. So as you can hear, we've got another order coming in. So if we do this on first, so if we look at the car, if we look for the inner tie rod that's rusty, which I think it's this one. Yeah, see all that rust on the inner tie rod. If I just see all the rust there on the tie rod, that's why it needs changing. So we take the wheel off first. This is what I like about this game. You have to actually take off the bolts and stuff. This is a simulator though, bear that in mind, so it's not like the best, but it is fun. It helps you learn about cars, and if that's what you want to do, then this is a pretty good game for it. So to buy the new part, you go over to the computer, you go to car part shop. Obviously, you then search what you want, or you can go through the categories. They're in a tire rods in the suspension section, but I was going to search it instead. The phone's right next to me, by the way, so that would be louder. I have 1970, that's the year my mum was born. So here's your XP. Your XP goes up for each thing you take off a car and each thing you put back on a car. I think that's all it goes up with. I'm not sure. I think it also goes up when it completes a repair. Both finger on that. So to actually put the pop back on, you click on it and then press 2, and you right click, hold right click, and you click on. Obviously then you put the rest of the parts on that it requires, so the outlet tie rod and then the wheel. The reason I'm playing 2015 is because in 2018 for some reason when I take a car onto the test track, it doesn't allow me to drive that car. It also doesn't give me jobs, I don't know why. But when I start the game it just puts me in a full blown massive garage with a car already there. It doesn't give me any jobs, it's very weird. I don't know if that's a bug for the whole game or just a bug with what I got. So now the car's back together. If I click O on the car, there you go, it tells me there that the problem is now fixed. And I can just click finish job. And I get my money and I get my experience for it. So now I go back to the phone and get another one. I can't do these until I have so much XP. So we have to do these ones for now until I have enough. Replace engine oil and filter. Replace all running gear filter. Replacing engine oil and the oil filter will be quite simple. So let's do that one first. I don't know how many jobs I'm going to do or how long I'm going to make this video, by the way. It's going to go on until I can't bother anymore. If I just have a quick gander, just oil and the oil filter. Okay, so if I drain the oil first, I think the oil filter's cracked at the bottom anyway. Cracked at the bottom? What was that? Cracked. Oil pan, ABS, brake saver. Give me 2 seconds, just need to find this oil filter. I've probably already looked at it once. Oil filter, there we go. Yeah, so from the bottom. Again, I can actually get multiple cars in at once. If I go back to the phone, tapping sound from engine bay. So I can take this job and stick it there too, and I can then put that on the other thingy, lifter, but due to the fact that it's in the engine bay, the problem is I haven't got to put it on the lifter. So before I do it, I'm going to go ahead and buy a new oil filter. I need 14, so buy that. And if I pop this car up, this is the oil drain here. Obviously you put this underneath the oil pan whenever you want to drain oil. My phone's just gonna have to apologise for that. Where's the cap? That's the cap there. So you try and get it directly underneath and just shit, and then just leave it there. That should be underneath. It looks okay. So if I just go on there now and remove that, it should empty straight into that drain. Yeah. It'll empty the oil and put it back on. That's Twitter. And then I need to change the filter. So this is the oil filter. Just right click, press number 2, click again, and put the new one on. Then I need to put the oil back in. So I need to move this first, and then drop it down. So have a quick gander at this one to see what it says the problems are. Camshaft. Gotta take the engine apart quite a bit for that. Can't you tell this is a petrol engine? It's got spark plugs. It also tells you the durability of everything you take off the car, which is quite helpful, so you know if a part you take off needs a new one. So what I do is, if a part is usually below 20% when I take it off and repair, I usually also purchase a new one of them for it. Doesn't say which camshaft is the problem. This one. So I've got to take off the timing belt cover first. I'll do this in a minute. I want to get this other job finished. So I do that, take off that. If I just hold left click, it will just put the oil in. When when the oil is finished, because it starts to overflow out of the cap. I'll show you in. Right, does it? So as you can see, it's now like overflowing out. So just let go and press escape, and you've done. You put the oil in, and then check, make sure, yeah, done. So now if I turn back to this car, and just remove everything out of it, just so I can change the camshaft on this bolt first. That's something else I like. It tells you what needs to be removed first, where you can take that out. That's quite helpful, because if you're not a car expert, you won't know how the car comes apart. Crankshaft, pulley, power steering pump. I don't think that needs to come off, but it can come off anyway. There is upgrades you can also get, so like you can take bolts out faster. Take this timing belt off, and remove the cam gear. I'll pull out the camshaft and get a new one. Camshaft 14. Does he not have? It's standard camshaft, it is. So we just get back over to the car where I get the right buttons. Obviously go to number 2 again and just stick the new camshaft in, and obviously then you have to put the whole car back together. Timing belt, on you go. I'll put the power steering pump on, because it never needed to come off in the first place. But I started taking it off anyway, so I just left it. Crankshaft, go on, crankshaft pulley. One bolt through there, add level at A, add level at A, water pump, serpentine belt B after this, and then belt A, and the belt tensioner. I think the car's only put the engine head cover back on. Sparkies and the ignition coils. Come on. I don't think this car actually has like diesel games. Diesel cars. I do believe I just said I don't think this car has diesel games. I do believe I just said that. What I meant to say was I don't believe this game has diesel cars, so like every car has spark plugs, and obviously diesels do, because diesels go off like compressing air, I believe. Yeah, I think it is that. This car is done, I believe. If I just do that, check the job, yeah, finish. There you go, that one's done. You can also go to I after and sell the things that are broken, but it doesn't always, so you just right click and sell it all. But you can also repair something. There's a repair table over here, and obviously if you've got a part that can be repaired, you can attempt to do that. This is the toolbox where I can get upgrades. I need points, so 1000 XP gets me 1 point. This is the good part, because this is helpful, because it takes a while else. So what jobs have I got? Find and fix all engine problems, repair all running gear faults. Running gear. I'll do you first. That's the thing, he does have to load the car into the garage, it doesn't instantaneous. So it sometimes does take a while to actually load. I can't even hear, but I don't care. I don't need to hear. I can just stick it on mono, because I've got a switch on the side of my headphones for mono. Oh yeah. Wow, mono audio sound. Let's have a gander. Running gear for sway bar, spring cap, rear axle, and lower suspension arm. Okay, so that's all underneath. Doesn't say which spring cap or anything, so I've got to find out for myself. What that lower suspension normally is doing. That sway bar end link, that knuckle, and that spring cap. Okay, so do front first. Let's do the sway bar link. What needs to come off before I can do that? The wheel. Kinda makes sense for you, because you wouldn't be able to get to it with the wheel on. Actually, if you could, probably could. Sway bar front end link A. I'll buy a new one of them now before I forget, because obviously there's different ones. So I'll buy a new one of them. Running gear, get onto S. Sway bar, I believe it's lower suspension arm. Where are you? Lower suspension arm. Spring cap, spring cap, spring cap, spring cap. Where's the spring cap? Anyone see? There. It's rear axle knuckle housing C, I think. I think it's the knuckle C. Spine does. No, it's A. But I can, however, sell that. But practically the price I bought it for. Because it's got a full condition and not being used. Did I get, yeah, to get the low suspension on. I need to put you back in. I need you. So yeah, I got this game a few days ago and I think it's quite fun. Because like when my dad's fixing a car, for example, I like to be there and like help out where I can. It's quite fun. It's quite fun to do. But can also be very ballsy, because on cars, when you fix one problem, you can often make no problem occur. Just like a computer, really. You fix one problem, another can occur. Yeah, this housing needs changes, so I've got to take like the whole hub apart and shit. It's a piss take. For however, both jobs are on this side, I think. Is it the spring on this side that is changing? Yeah. So we're okay on that. But yeah, I think that housing definitely needs changing. Hub first. Brake disc. Hub. And I've got to take this whole rear thing apart first. Got to take the bushing out of this. So, kind of ballsy really, just to change a fucking knuckle. I don't understand why it makes you take the whole thing apart, because you wouldn't. You would literally just take off the bolts here and leave it on. That's what I don't get. It's very weird. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you, because you need changing. Get rid of the sway bar link here. Is the shock absorber on this? Yes. Take the shock absorber off. What now? You. See, now we have a floating part. I still can't come off because of the fucking bushing in there. Yeah, now we can take that off. Now to put the thing back together, just gonna be bollock. Put the bushing in there. Put the arm on. Spring cap, you can just sit there. Do you after? Put this on. Rear end link. I'll put the wheel back together after I've put everything else on, like behind and shit. kind of makes sense for you to do the things in front of everything else after. And I just put the bushing back in this hole. Now if I go back over this end, I can put the spring back on and the absorber cap. And there we go. Now it's time to put the wheel back together. And then all repairs on this car will be fixed. Stick the cap in there, stick the disc on, pads, caliper, bolts, and then the wheel. There we go. See, this is how quick some of the jobs can be. But then there's some where you have to tear like the whole engine apart because you've got to get to the pistons or to the crankshaft or something like that. And them jobs can take quite a while to do. I swear I had another car in here. Oh well. Phone, what we got? Can't do that one. Find a bit. The engine is working, but it's choppy. Okay, I'll take you. I'm just gonna obviously finish the job first before I start doing this one. Kinda makes sense. What a horrible colour. That is a disgusting colour on that. All things done. There we go. We're Gucci. Can the problems be done? Yes, they can be done through here. I've lost thingy, so I need to take off the ignition. I think it said ignition coil, not wires. This one here. Is it that one? Yeah, it was. And the intake manifold. So he's D1 or DI. I haven't managed to figure out if it says DI or D1 yet, so yeah. You have to pull out with that. There's also a tablet you can unlock, so obviously I haven't got to go to the computer every time I need to buy something. I can just press T and it will take me there. Intake. Okay, spell it that. Manifold. What I find weird is on my dad's car, the exhaust manifold is made out of plastic. What the fuck? It's weird. It does the job, but it's weird. Why? It's because I don't understand why I thought it was plastic. Ford, what the hell are you doing, man? Ignition coil. And this job are we done? See what I mean? How some jobs can be. No. How some jobs can be quite quick. Stick the new manifold on. So yeah, I think I don't know, we might make this episode a bit longer than others we're going to be, because it's the first one. Yeah, done. Finished. Mission. Well, I didn't put the throttle back on the intake manifold. What a tit. Yeah, I think they definitely need that, otherwise they're not going anywhere. Done. Finished job. Got 600 experience already. Next one, put new engine oil and filter. We've done that one before. This one, find and fix all engine problems. So this one I think I'm going to actually find the problems myself. I think it just says part not discovered in the repair order. That's a nice colour. Let's find out. Oh no, it does tell me crankshaft and spark plug. So this one, I can do the spark plug from on top. The crankshaft, however, I need to go underneath for, and I also have to take the pistons off because the pistons sort of wrap around the crankshaft. So yeah, I've got to take the whole engine block apart to do this. Just get a spark plug, and I'll get a new crankshaft while I am here. Oh shit. Find backspace. There we go. Which one is it? Is it 14? Wait there, and then we just check. Oh, crankshaft 14. Yes. See, better save them. Sorry, I guess. So the spark plug, I will change you here. You can also take off the bonnet if you want to, but you don't really need to. Which spark plug is it? So I mean, won't tell me. Okay, disassemble mode. Let's just take off spark plugs until we found the 41. If we found it, first try then. Like first one. That would be sick. I think it's gonna be the M1 to be honest. It's the M1. Yeah, it was the end one. It's just got to come off anyway, I think. Yeah, it's got to come off anyway, so I can get to the crankshaft. Actually, let's leave it there, and then we just stick it on the lifter, just so I can make sure. Yeah, because the piston's underneath. The piston's underneath the head. Yeah, the camshaft's underneath the head cover, and the piston's underneath the head. I have to take the pan off first. I should have drained this first, but you don't have to if you just take the pan off or do anything. Oh no, I did. Oh well. Crankshaft. I got bearing caps and the pistons here wrapping around it. So yeah, I do need to put it back down and to take the head apart to get to the pistons. Oh god. So yeah, this is one of the jobs that take a bit longer. Like you can kind of tell why. You have to like pull it up and down on the lifter to do jobs, which is quite a ball ache to be quite honest with you. So off comes the head cover. I've got to take all the side part. There's a fuel there. A fuel should be. Oh no, fuel's gonna come off in a minute, so I can take the head off. Because it jumps onto the head. Yeah, so this apart again now. Belt tensioner, and then belt A, B, then everything else can come apart. Crankshaft pulley, off you come. Water pump, you have to come off. Power steering pump is okay. I'll take the bottom off first. It will be more logical of me. I'll have to take the bottom bolts out for the top bolts. Take off the timing belt, cam gears. Take off then both camshafts, and then intake manifold cover. Exhaust manifold cover, I mean, not intake. Take the exhaust manifold off. Yeah, then I've got to take the fuel rail off and the intake manifold as well. Off of you. Throttle, you got to come off so I can take off the intake manifold. And obviously you take the fuel rail off, and then I should be able to take off the engine head and get to the pistons. Fuel rail, go on, off you come. Head, there we go. So yeah, it's quite simple when you get used to it, to be honest, but some of the jobs are annoying because of how long they can take. Especially if you don't buy the parts first, so all these pistons need to come out. Then I've got to put the car up on the lifter again so I can then replace the crankshaft because that has to be done from underneath. I do like how there's shadows though, I will say that, I do like how there's shadows. However, I am not an actual person. Wait, what? Oh, I've got to take the fucking gearbox off and shit. Have I? Let me just check this. Anything red there? gearbox. Yeah, gearbox because of the clutch plate behind it. Starter, engine bay, okay. Okay, itchy ear. Not something I usually get. Don't know why I decided to say that. The starter motor off you come. I think that should be everything. Just know there's going to be something else that needs to come off now. Just know it. Gearbox. Come off. Oh, the front drive shaft. I can do that here. I've got to take the fucking wheels apart. Oh, what a ball ache. See what I mean? It can be very annoying. Sometimes, yeah. When I got to take the wheel off though, I haven't got to take all of this apart, all the knuckle and shit to do it. Just the wheel and the drive axle. And obviously I can take off the steering rack. Not the steering rack, the drive axle. Drive shaft, I mean, fuck's sake. This is a steering rack here. Where it connects to in and out of tie rods. Like a steering rack. Fuck's sake. Yeah, if you click it, like takes you to where you want to go, so I can click that, it'll move me. But now, there you go, gearbox off you come, so I can get to the clutch pressure plates and remove the crankshaft. Flywheel off you come. Oh, all these bolts, man. Gets quite annoying taking bolts out after a while. Like, why can't you just put your car together with no bolts? It'll be okay, it won't fall apart. Crankshaft, out you come. Come on. There we go. Number 2. There we go. Stick the new one in. Put the flywheel back on. Plates and the pressure plates. Put the bolts back in. The thingy back on. Bearing, gearbox. Put it back together is quite quick in my opinion. Might as well put this wheel on while I'm here. Like I said before, it would make more sense to do the top ones first though. The top bolts, because that's what you would do in real life. You put a top one on so it then like holds it on, then you put the bottom one on so the knuckle clutches like grabs the wheel and like straightens it out on the hub. And you haven't got to hold the wheel, and then you can just put the rest of the bolts in. Let me just put the thingies, caps and shit. Let me get to it. There we go. Where bearing cap? There we go. Put you in, and you. And you. Now I have to put the card down to put the pistons and shit back in, and then I can go back to the bottom of the car to put the oil pan back on. But I may as well put the rest of the head and everything back together first, instead of changing all the time. May as well just put it together. So if I do seem tired, that's because I am. I was going to go sleep, but I didn't want to. So I decided to just record a quick video. Which isn't Minecraft. Tiny about cover. You put the exhaust manifold, intake manifold, starter, fuel there. I think that's it from engine bay. Water pump, you can get back on now. Kind of need you on if I can put a belt on anyway. And then belt A. And then belt tensioner. That's everything there done. Starter turn. Too much. Starter, put you back on. Exhaust manifold. Put the bottom ones in first. And then start to put the top ones in. Yeah, I really do need to get the fast unbolting thing. As soon as I get 1000 XP and get my first point, that's the first thing I'm going to get. Because it is quite helpful, I will say that. It is very helpful. I need to put the exhaust manifold cover back on as well. Just got 2 bolts either side. Keep it on. I can just put the head back on. 8 bolts to keep this on. Put the spark plugs back here and ignition coils. Put the car back off to put the oil pan in, refill the oil, and then it's done. Then. Ignition coils. See, these are, I like these because you haven't got to put bolts or anything in. It is literally just them. I'll put the hood back on. And lift it off. And I can put the oil pan back on to and obviously refill the oil in the automobile. Oil. The only problem with taking off the oil pan, you have to redo the oil every time. It's annoying. It's quite boring. This is like the rest of it quite fun. This is boring. There we go. Done. You down. Check. Everything's done. Finish. And there we have it. It is done. General engine control. Okay guys, so I think we are going to leave this episode of Car Mechanic Simulator right here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, then please do smash that like button. Leave comments in the comment section down below. Feedback is always helpful. Always love a bit of feedback. Let's get this envelope. Check out the description. There's going to be links to social media, website, and there is the link to the GTA 5 playlist. If you're new around here, then obviously do hit that subscribe button. Draft first, I do apologise. Hit that subscribe button and click the little the bell if you want to get notifications. Become part of the hashtag notification squad. Yeah. Check out previous videos if you haven't already, and keep a lookout for any future videos. I will do another video of CMS 2015. I might record another one tomorrow if I can't sleep tomorrow night, which is what we're doing. Yeah, I think we're Gucci. So there is only one thing left to say. Peace.